Hi there and welcome to the third episode of Mum Talk. I'm here with my mum again and today we're going to talk about scans and our different experience of baby scans. So how they've changed in 30 years. How many scans did you have?
You just had one. Well, I just had one.
Just what? How far gone? Like 20 weeks?
13 weeks, is it?
13. Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
You said that one?
Yeah. So it looked like this. You couldn't tell what it was. Or...
When was that? These are all Rosalie's I've got here. That's the January. So how far gone would I have been there? Yeah, so that's the first one then. You were right. This is Rosalie at 13 weeks.
I couldn't tell what it was anyway.
No, we were...
Well, actually, I must have had two, because they did then. I had one later on and they did tell me that you were a girl.
Did you know then that it was a girl?
Well, no, because they won't say, will they? They won't say for certain. They told me Joe was a boy, because they could tell he was a boy, but they can't say for certain that yes, it's a girl.
Oh.
Because it's not so apparent.
No, and I guess you only have one scan, don't you? Right, like two scans.
Yeah,
the one
two.
scan.
You have two, I think.
But you can't tell the first one. No. So I had like 1 million scans. I signed up to a study. I had a really early scan, which I think this is Beard's Mill. So this is when I was like 5 weeks, because I thought I was 8 weeks, but actually I was only 5 weeks. I don't know if you can see. There's just a little ring, and that's it. Little tiny ring there. So that was the first ever one. And then I have just hundreds of scan pictures. There's millions and millions and millions. So we signed up for a study and we had them pretty much every month, I think, which was actually a bit of a pain in the end. But it was, being my first pregnancy, it was lovely to be able to see the baby grow. And I think you came to a few of them, didn't you, as well?
Yeah.
Did you like going to the scan?
Yeah, because they were better quality, weren't they, on the study than the ones the general ones that people get.
Yeah, we had 3D scans as well on the study. Yeah, this is my 13-week one. There she is. Don't know if you've ever seen a scan picture before, but that's what your little baby will look like. Not much.
And they didn't give you couldn't have them.
Well, you didn't take them away?
No.
Oh, that's a bit harsh. What's this one?
They were for medical purposes.
What's that one? I didn't even see that. Oh, it's a foot and a leg. Oh, it's a foot. That's what it was. Like, that's 2 feet.
2 feet.
Oh my god, look how many there are. So, yeah, there's some feet there. You see some little feet? They were really good actually. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, oh, it was good that we got all these scans. And that's when we had some 3D ones at the same time. So what's that? That's March. How far gone was I then? November, December, 4 months. That's pretty amazing that it was like that 4 months. Look. It's got arms and everything. Crazy. Your baby Rosalie. I don't know if she had a name then or not. I see her. So weird. Like, when I looked at the pictures, at the time, I didn't think that they looked like a baby, but then when you see her and you're like, oh my god, like when she was born, she's exactly like the scan pictures. Like, yeah, it's just so strange.
From quite early on, actually.
Look at that face.
Yeah.
She looks like, if you went in that bedroom now, that's what she'd be looking like. Yeah, so I guess I had about 9 months, 9 scans.
Yeah, probably. And I had 2.
Yeah, and you had 2.
And no pictures.
That is really harsh that you didn't get any pictures. You'd have to have one of these to treasure. And was it the same with Joe? Did you have the same amount again?
Just 2.
Just 2. I mean, that's what you get nowadays if you don't have the
the
study. Yeah,
at least you can buy them now, but you couldn't.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps you could, but nobody ever offered them to.
And what were the scans?
They're not as good anyway, are they? Because these 3D ones are the ones that you want to keep.
Yeah.
Because they actually look like your baby.
Yeah, the normal scans, 2D ones don't really look like anything, do they? But then when you see the, yeah, it's really weird. I didn't realise until she was born exactly how much she looked like herself, if you know what I mean. What were the scans like? So yes, we had 2D and 3D, and you just had 2D, but they were rubbish 2D ones. Or were they the same?
Well, they were pretty much like that, which you can't really see a lot of.
No.
And then we like
this,
that.
like a hand.
You could see a shape, but you wouldn't be able to recognise.
Our next question is, did you have a 3D scan? Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Who was in the room with you? Did you just go on your own? Did father come with you?
I went on my own, I think.
Did Nana come with you?
No, I think I just go on my own. Because Nana was at work.
So when did you have to take me with you then when you went to Joe's scans?
She might have come with me then, actually, I suppose. She must have. Yeah, I'd say she'd probably come with me when we had Joe's scans. But.
So who was in the room with me? Nick came to my first few, and then you came. That was it. And some I went to on my own. I was there all the time, so everyone could come. Did you get a photo or video? No, you didn't.
No.
Very sad. Yes, I did. Lots. I didn't get a video actually though, but I don't know. Well, I've not seen one, so I don't know what they look like. But I'm guessing it's still
Not a lot of action, I would
Yeah.
imagine. It's a bit pointless.
They don't really move very much, do they? They can't. They're all squished. What are your memories? I think my strongest memory was actually it was a bit of a pain because I had so many. Oh, there goes a scan picture. I found it like it was a bit annoying in the end. Keep going back. But then I am really glad that I've got like all these pictures now.
Well, I was at work when I had to keep going for you, and I had morning sickness pretty badly. And so it wasn't very pleasant going. I also had to spend some time in hospital with high blood pressure.
Did you have to go on the bus as well then?
No, I went in the car, but it's just a bit of a chore, isn't it, on your own, going from work and having to have time off, and then they'd say your blood pressure's high, and I think, well, I'm not surprised, I'm sitting there
waiting for half an hour and you haven't seen me.
Well, I should be at work, but it was a lot more relaxed because I wasn't at work when I went with Joe. So it was a nicer experience. I didn't particularly.
Was it magical?
Magical.
It's exciting. I
think it was more magical watching you with Rosie than my own, to be perfectly honest. Because you can enjoy it more.
Yeah, I guess you're more worried, aren't you, when it's like your own, that something might not be right.
And they're so much better, so much clearer these days.
What about
I didn't really know what I was looking at, to be honest.
No. And it's like, you don't really see it when it's on the screen.
No.
It's when you take it away and study it later that you notice things, isn't it? Like, they do tell you.
They used to tell you, but I could never see it.
And you can't remember either, can you?
No.
What if you had a scan and you didn't get the news you wanted? Were you glad that I was a girl?
I didn't know. I wanted a boy first and then a girl. But it didn't bother me that you were a girl. And then I was convinced I was going to have another girl. And I got my head around that because they talk about carrying them differently, and I carried you both exactly the same, so I was convinced you were a girl, Joe was a girl. And
Josephine.
And then when they told me he was a boy, that was more of a shock than...
Happy, weren't they?
Yeah, it did.
I wanted a girl. I was really glad Rosie was a girl. That was good news, wasn't it? And then every time we kept checking just to make sure, is it still a girl? And they were like, yeah, it was. How did you and your partner feel? I don't know. I think Nick, I don't know. I think he was a bit disappointed. I think boys do want.
Dad is usually,
want boys,
don't they?
But I think he soon got his head around it.
When it's the first one, it doesn't really matter.
No.
You just want them to be healthy and to be there, don't you?
Yeah. The last question is, what are your experience of scans? Like, were they good or bad? So obviously I have had 2 miscarriages now, so I've also had scans although I kind of knew before I went for the scan that I'd had the miscarriage before I even went to the scan. So it's just to confirm that it wasn't there, but so they're not very nice. They're bad scans. But I don't know, I still don't think of it as a horrible, I don't know, it's just of a horrible experience because you're finding out, it's just confirming it really to make sure.
Well, no, it's not horrible because it doesn't hurt, and it's...
I suppose it's
It's more waiting around at the hospital.
Yeah,
that's the
having all the
pain.
tests
It's not
and finding a car
scan.
parking space.
Yeah, it's the stress of trying to get there on time for your appointment, as you say, finding a parking space. But the actual scan itself is always fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite reassuring to go and have one.
If it's good news, though.
Yeah, well, we've no. Yeah. That's right. Depends why you're there, doesn't it? But usually you know why you're there.
Well, yeah, but some people don't they? They go for like their 30-minute scan and then they get bad news, and that must be horrible.
Must be
like,
dreadful, but
I kind of knew already that it was bad news.
Yeah.
Before. That brings us to the end of the chat about our scan experience. I hope you've enjoyed hearing what it was like for us then and now. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like and please subscribe to my channel. We will be doing more mum talk videos. Yeah?
Really? Okay.
Mum loves it. She's a vlogger now. But if you have any like concerns or any topics you want us to talk about, Sharon is very wise, aren't you?
Oh, very wise.
You do believe... Oh, that's rude then. False. She does believe she's very wise.
Yes.
So you can share your wisdom with people of YouTube. So thank you for watching and we'll see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.